If you have to prepare IELTS within a week's time, it may sound a little overwhelming, but don't worry, don't be freaked out. If you follow this plan of 7 days that I'm going to give you right now, it's all going to end okay. But you must have a can-do attitude. You must have a positive attitude that yes, you can do it. So here's something that you need to do. Knowing it's a language test, you might be tempted to believe that now you have to improve your language. You have to improve your reading, listening, writing, and speaking. You might also want to think or consider an idea that you should improve your vocabulary and grammar. Well, it's a big no. It's already too late. There's nothing that you can do about language. Language does not improve in a day or two or in 1 week. It takes months, it takes years to improve. It's too late. You can't do anything about language. Leave the language aside, and here's the plan that I'm gonna give you. Follow that. And if you do that, hopefully it'll end all okay and you will be able to get your desired score. Quickly check out what version of IELTS you're gonna sit. Is it academic or general module? Once you know it, the first thing that you must get to know is the format of IELTS. What is reading? What is the format of reading? How many questions would be there? What is writing? What types of writing tasks you will have to write? What is the time limitation? How many time you would be given? How you have to write down your answers? Where you have to write down your answers? What is something that examiner is going to look at? How you have to put your answers? What is the criteria of marking? Everything, that's what you need to know on your first day. I have a video that explains the IELTS format in just 4 minutes or 5 minutes. The link is given in the description. Just watch it and you'll quickly get to know what IELTS is all about. Once you have got a bit of idea of what IELTS is, it's time to get down with all modules, reading, writing, listening, speaking, and do one practice test of each one of these modules. Yes, all of the modules. Don't worry about how would it go, just do it. Even if it means that you get 0 correct answers in both reading and listening, and you barely made it to the second paragraph of the writing task too, etc. Just do it. The best form of learning is by getting down to the thing and doing it. And IELTS is no exception. You need to get down to it. Once you start doing it, once you do one test, you will get to know what exactly it's like. And plus, your understanding of the IELTS will quickly improve once you have done all these modules. Regardless of what your score is, it's a flying start. Day 2. Most of the people take a little longer to improve in writing. So if you think you are one of them, you should start preparing with writing task 1 and writing task 2. So on the second day, start your practice with the writing task 1. Task for the first type, which is a graph, table, line graph, or a chart. Just pick one task, write it down, and check a model answer. Find out where you went wrong and give a little bit touch-ups to your writing task and rewrite it. And then attempt writing task 2. First, try the advantage and disadvantage essay, and then causes and solution essay. Repeat the same thing. Once you have written down your essays, go and look at the model answers of the same essays, find your mistakes, and then rewrite. On the same day, watch all of my videos on listening test, all the tips and techniques, all types of questions, and attempt another listening test. Complete practice test. By now you will find that there are certain questions that you're struggling with. For example, you might be great with fill in the blank questions and you could be struggling with multiple choice questions. If you have identified your difficult area, it's time to practice the same questions more and more. Now, instead of picking another listening test, it's better to work in a targeted way. Work on the types of questions that you're finding more difficult. On your day 3, start your practice with the writing task again. Pick the second type of writing task 1, that's a process. Along with that, attempt next 2 essays, which are negative positive development and advantages outweigh disadvantages essay. Write them down, read their sample answer, and then rewrite, find your mistakes, identify your mistakes, and try to remove them from your next writing practice tasks. Once you're done with this, then on the same day, watch my videos on the reading tips. like fill in the blank questions, multiple choice, true, false, heading questions, classification, how to attempt all of these questions and then attempt another reading test. Remember, you have attempted one reading test on the first day. This is going to be your second reading test. This reading test will help you identify again what are your weak areas. Just like you did in listening test, you're going to identify that these are the questions that you're finding difficult. Once you know them, pick up some more practice tests and work in a targeted way. Again, attempt only those questions one more time or two more times that you're struggling with, so that you get a full grip of those questions. You should do this taking to the time limit. By now, you should be able to have some decent grip on them, and you will see that things will start to ease out and you are improving. On day 4, attempt the last type of writing task 1, which is a development task, and last 2 types of essays: agree, disagree, and discuss both views. Repeat the same process. Try it first yourself and then read the sample answers and then rewrite, find your mistakes, fix your mistakes. Later, when you're done with this writing task, once you are done with this writing practice, attempt one more listening and one more reading test. And by this day, you'll start to improve. You'll start to see visible change in your score. You'll be getting better score, and you'll become more confident. Remember not to change your strategies. There are strategies that you have attempted on your first day. If you think they are working, continue with the same strategy, and the same strategy you should be taking to the exam day. You shouldn't be taking or making some experiments on the exam day, because it's once you start making experiments, probably the type of new technique that you try might not work. So what you have learned during your practice, stick to the same guidelines, stick to the same tips. On this 4th day, add speaking too. If you want to have a quick understanding of it, watch my videos on speaking and then practice test. At least practice 5 to 6 speaking parts, all 3 parts: speaking part 1, speaking part 2, and speaking part 3. Day 5 and day 6. Now it's time to put all of these things together. Attempt all of these reading, writing, listening, and speaking together in one go. Remember, in IELTS, they're not going to be given to you separately. You will have listening, writing, speaking, all coming one by one after another. Speaking might be on the same day or on the next day, or it may be one day before your reading, writing, listening test. But this is sure that reading, writing, listening, they're going to come on the same day without a break. So it is important that you practice exactly in the similar way, the way you are going to face them in the exam. So spare some time and attempt first listening, and then reading for 1 hour, and then writing for 1 hour. This gives you a little more mental stamina to continue giving concentration, continue giving close attention to the test during 3 hours. So attempt listening, reading, and writing tasks in one go, just like you would on the exam day. By now, you would start to feel that you are over the top of IELTS, and listening, reading, writing, all these modules are not difficult after all. But remember to practice all of these tests in real exam conditions to avoid facing any time management issues on the real test day. Time management is crucial. Even if you have all the tips, if you're not able to manage your time, you're gonna lose probably lots of marks. Once you're done with all the practice, it's very important, it's so crucial to relax and have some time out for yourself. Because if you continue working till the last very day, till the last very minute, you might not get that fresh mind which is required to attempt these tests. I've seen many students who attempted this IELTS test with a tired mind, and they were not able to get a right score. But once they attempted the same test with a fresh mind, they were paying full attention, 100% of their energy, they were able to get a better score. This test, IELTS test, is demanding. It demands concentration, it demands lots of attention. So if you don't have a fresh mind, you're going to struggle a lot during the test. So 1 day full rest, all day, do not do anything, reading, writing, whatever you have done during the last week or the 7 days or 6 days, you're not going to forget that. Don't worry about it. It's there in your mind. So just relax, take a complete sleep, full night sleep, and then wake up, have a heavy breakfast, because you're going to have to attempt this test for 3 to 4 hours. So you must be ready for this. You must be mentally ready and physically ready for this. I believe this plan, fingers crossed, will help you, and hopefully you'll be able to get your required score. Good luck.